Right, I'm just going to rejoin the Chess960 Shield Arena. I've been away and had a break, just adjust my sound so I can hear the moves being made. It's a very long event though, 6 hours. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to play that much. Let's just see how we go, take it one game at a time, so we'll just wait for the next opponent to come along. Yeah, that's still a bit quiet, just adjust the sound a bit. Now the king side is on the left here, but the king is right over here. So you have to move everything but the rook if you want a castle and but the bishop. So this is going to be awkward, so I think I'll play the knight out first, and then I have to move this rook and then I can castle queen side. Okay, let's just play a pawn up, release one of the bishops, and we've got possibly ideas like the knight forward to hit the pawn. Yeah, sacrifice doesn't work, so I think I'll do the same as my opponent. And that could be a mistake because it potentially opens up a file now, so I don't have to castle there. So I've got pawn up, I've got knight up to protect. Don't really want knight up, I've got pawn forward, but I like my bishop there, so I'll just play pawn up with the potential of a bishop up. If he misses it, he would lose his... Actually, his bishop's covered, he's got queen there. Right, but let's just play it and get rid of that light squared annoying bishop. So take that. Now I'm going to play the knight into the hole I just created so it can come forward. I'm not sure I actually want to castle this game now. What, has he castled? That's just a free pawn. I don't see that he traps my rook. It does mean I can't castle here, but the king's nicely positioned anyway. Now I can't take the pawn, that's too ambitious. Where to go? Let's just go right back. But now, queen up is a nice natural square, pressure the pawn. Oh, definitely now. You can't put a pawn here now to guard. So that's a potential big weakness now. So if I take, he gets a knight in, so let's just advance so he can't take. Okay, now if I kick that knight, has he got a problem? I think I can kick the knight. Takes, and he'll probably have to go back. Maybe I can take with a rook. No, I think it's got to be a pawn, got to be sensible. So get the knight forward, hit the queen, with a view to coming this way. He couldn't then knight take because of checkmate. But I've got plenty of time, there's no need to rush it. I need to utilise my time sometimes a bit better than I do. So I could try and trick him with knight over. If knight takes, it's checkmate. I don't see anything better, and I am threatening to take and then checkmate as well. But he can't take because of the mate threat. He could maybe drop either of the knights. Actually, he could drop that knight back, not that one. So he's still covering this square. I don't think a mate... Yeah, that's exactly what he's done. I don't think checkmate works otherwise. So I'm wondering whether to play king up and double the rooks up. So maybe I should have left the rook a square further up there. It definitely doesn't work doing that. Let's put the rook, target this pawn. Hopefully he'll maybe go forward one square and gives us a chance to develop. That's what he's done. So take. I'm going to play rook up with a view to take it and rook across and put pressure on this corner. It also protects the knight now. I mean, he still can't move his knight because of the checkmate threat. So rook across, does that work? I think it does. I'm threatening to take and then take here. Okay, I can just drop back there. But if I take there, he can't take with a knight because it's checkmate. If he takes with a king, I take the knight. Ah, and that's just let me in for rook check. Is that checkmate? Quick check, it is. Yep. Easy to make though, easy mistake to make. Very unlucky. How are the leaders doing? Wow, title players are working their way up the rankings now. Wow, 23 points from only 6 games. That's 6 out of 6, very impressive. Okay. You've got to shift that rook. This is a very odd position, isn't it? Very odd. I think you have to move that rook to be able to castle kingside. Very, very odd. Right, I want to do something different this game, so let's just play a pawn up, release the bishop, release the rook. If he takes, I'll probably take with a bishop. Don't think he will, he'll probably advance. Okay, he does neither. So I'm going to take and release the bishop. So I'm going to put this bishop up here, move the rook and then castle, that's the plan. Rook across and just castle. So rook over, pressure on the pawn. Now get castled. Right, so he's actually put it on the... Has he put it on the right square? And yes, no, he can castle there, so he wants to castle, so... Queen up threatening a cheesy mate, so he should play a bishop down. He does. Now, do I get creative and sack? I don't think it works. It doesn't work, so let's just play a pawn up. And the knight's going to come up next move. And we're already into a pretty well a normal position here. Right, it's castle, so knight up. Now the queen's got squares it can move to. The rooks protect the bishop. Right, so he's played pawn forward. I think I just like the feel of queen across. Try and release the bishop, maybe with pawn forward. I've maybe got bishop up at some point once this knight wanders off, pin the knight to the rook. So pawn up, pawn down, takes, takes. Let's just play pawn forward. I don't know if it works or not, but try and open things up a little bit. So pawn down, takes, takes. Might be good for him. Might be good, I'm not sure. Okay, let's take. Rook back on, pressure on the pawn. So he might play knight down, he might defend it with the knight. But then have I got bishop over? Hit the rook has to come over. I can play knight forward here. Lots of options, but I'm not sure what's right. So let's just bring a rook across. Then we can maybe reroute the knight onto the attacking side. Now there's a chance to get a tempo there with knight on the queen. Bishop now isn't playable, but it is if I put the pawn forward. So it creates a threat. Bishop with the pin. Knight over hits the queen, but it's easy to defend, but might as well put the bishop forward. So he offers a queen trade. So takes, knight takes. I don't see myself getting anything with it. So bishop back, tempo on the queen. Right, so now I'm going to reroute the knight and try and come here. If he comes forward, take, take, I can drop the bishop back. Right, so get the knight forward. I'm going to get the queen out of the way off that far, but still covering the square. So forward takes, takes, bishop or rook can take. Okay, so drop back so the queen can come onto the right diagonal. Just create a threat. Very, very tough to do anything here though, very tough, and he's got this pawn he can aim for. Now I can play queen over with a view to something like knight across. I can play knight over now anyway. Queen can't go there, could go, no, can't go there either. Let's hit the queen. These squares are all covered, so he can't hit the knight with the queen. So queen across, pawn down, knight over, knight takes, queen check over again. I don't think it quite works. Takes, knight down. I don't think I've got an attack there, so I'm going to take and see what he takes with. Right, so knight over hit the queen and pawn, but also hitting this pawn. Right, so knight takes, bishop takes, doesn't quite work, so is it in? Gives him something to think about. Again, I don't know if it's a good move or not, but it hits the queen and the pawn, so it should win a pawn. It should win a pawn. This pawn is very vulnerable, of course, so, and he's got this monster coming forward. Now, can I trick him somewhere? I might be able to deflect this rook and get a knight check here. I'm now threatening rook takes, and if rook takes, knight check wins the queen. That would be very easy to miss. If he takes with a pawn, I take the knight. Just double checking it. Yep, it's a blunder. So all I've got to worry about now is his queen getting here. Whoa! That definitely doesn't work. There's no follow-up with the queen to cause any damage. Queen check here, I can just block. Tough game, very tough game, which is how it should be. Exactly how it should be. So we'll wait for our next game, see how the leaders are doing. Very tight battle, just 1 point between the top three. Very tight. Right, so go back. Oh, we're just coming up to 10 minutes short of 2 hours the tournament's been on. Right, this is the king's side on the left as we look. Now to castle there we have to move both bishops and the queen. So 2 bishops out and the queen out and we can castle. So that pawn makes sense because it frees the bishop and the queen. How do I want to play it? Well, let's play the knight up first and then possibly this pawn. Okay, we can't do that one, so just go here, maybe here. So the 2 bishops can come up. I'm going to play a bishop up. Possibly take the knight, possibly go here, trade off here, but that helps him develop though, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take the knight, bishop up, so I can already castle queen side, but I'd rather castle king side I think. So we're looking at pawn up here releasing the queen, so it's a threat he's got to deal with. Trouble is if you castle this side you can very, very easily just chuck the pawns forward. Yeah, it could be a difficult one this one. So he's rooked up, so if pawn forward he might literally look to play it down, but then knight can come back and hit the rook. I think it's a risk worth taking to try and get this pawn, get the queen into play. So if rook down I'm looking at knight back to hit the rook. Okay, so he just lets me take it, but I'm actually threatening checkmate now. So there is a checkmate threat that he has to deal with. And it's not actually easy to see how he deals with it. He's got to move his rook, which he's done. So check, king up, and I can grab another pawn. Is there anything better? The knight going back there, the bishop going up. I don't see it, so I'm just going to try and grab the pawn. So now, maybe knight out wide and you've got a check, which is a nuisance move. You've got bishop here to hit the rook and possibly bishop to there, depending on where the rook goes. Yeah, bishop to e3 looks strong. And I've always got the option to castle either side now if I need to bail out. If pawn takes, I could take with a knight, I can take with the pawn. Okay, so he's played rook across. Now I've just got to hope and pray that I haven't messed up here and I'm not getting trapped. So I think queen here so I can come here was what I'd looked at. If I go queen on the dark square, then I don't see a way out. So is he looking to grab this pawn? Oh, he might have trapped the queen after all. No, I've got the pawn, and now a queen can definitely escape, and I'm hitting the rook. Yeah, I'm hitting the rook. Queen can definitely escape, so I've got bishop up. I've got bishop up to hit the rook indirectly. I can just castle. I can play knight up. I could even play pawn takes pawn, but that's a bit bold, isn't it? I'm going to get castled. So I'm giving him the chance to grab a pawn here. Okay, now I'll drop back. I'll pre-move just in... No, I don't even need to pre-move that. If he comes forward, I'll just push the forward. Okay, so I'll develop the knight. Just got to still be careful. Still be a little bit careful, but I'm looking at bishop up to hit the rook. Wow, he's really going for it. So if queen takes rook across, queen takes pawn with a check. Yeah, he's going all or nothing here. I'm going to take him up on it. So rook across, queen takes with a check, bishop down. Now, do I want to sack the queen? Do I want to sack the queen? I think I'll drop back for now. But you can take king over. The back rank is covered. Even if he takes the bishop, I think I'm surviving. I might not be. So he should take the knight, I'm guessing, which creates a mate threat. So I'd have to take bishop takes. Yeah, he's done well here, hasn't he? He's played this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 pawns for a piece. So if I survive this, I might not be doing too bad. But it's always a big if. Right, so let's see what he does and then try and take some thinking time. He might be looking at rook across. I thought he was looking at rook over. Ooh, now that gives me a chance to take, but then he can take there. I've got queen here. There's one square I can go. Is that literally the only square it can go on? Bishop over, queen down. I think it has to go there. Wow. I'd be surprised if he doesn't take this, because his rook's actually hanging right now. He does take it, but I can actually take the rook. Knight check, take the bishop, queen check. I've got to be careful here. Take the rook, knight check. It's a double check. King takes, queen check, king up. Yeah, with no follow-up check. I think I can grab the rook. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. But if he knight checks, I can't go back where I was. Okay, he doesn't. Now I can go back where I was. Yeah, so now there's no knight check. Queen, rook, rook, bishop, knight. Queen, rook, bishop, bishop, knight. So it's an exchange. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. An exchange and 4 pawns. Not easy. Not easy for either of us, to be fair. Now, can I push the pawn there? Have I got bishop up? Try and trade the bishop. Bishop up. I don't see how he gets the bishop out. So I'm going to try and trade that bishop off. Ooh, so he comes forward, hits the rook, but I don't really care about that. Take, and he can take. The fewer pieces on the board, the better right now. What I really need, of course, is that queen off. Let's drop the bishop back, cover the knight coming forward anywhere. So now I think it's looking okay for me. Maybe pawn forward just to protect it. Oh, that's just a blunder. That's just a straight blunder. That's a bit unlucky. Bit unlucky there. They're always tough to win these games. Actually, I'm just going to pause there. I'm wondering whether to actually stream a bit, although I'm not really fussed about that. It's just the bullet arena I think I'm going to stream. Yeah, no, I won't. I was considering whether to actually live stream some of it there, but I think I'll stick to just the bullet tournament. So how am I performing so far? Not doing too bad so far. Now this is the queen side, the king side is on the right. So again, I think I'll open with e4. The knight can protect it, and I'm not planning on moving this pawn. So the knight can go in front of this pawn. Tough position though, tough position. Yeah, knight up. Got to be careful about knights coming forward. But the bishop, I think, protects, so I'll play pawn up. Now, do I want to play the bishop out? I'm going to play that bishop out, I think. Do I want to take? I think I need to take. So if he takes a knight, I'll have to move this bishop. It would be a bit messy to leave it where it is, wouldn't it? So maybe... I can take back with the pawn, but then rook takes, king takes, not so good. I've got knight forward to defend it. Bishop back, knight in. Yeah, no, I want to keep... I don't want to let him take there. Right, so I hit the knight. And then maybe play the knight here and then castle. Like, he doesn't have a knight check, which is important, so I can play the knight out. Now I'm looking to castle. Oops, didn't mean to do anything there. Right, have a castle. Yep, that's done. There's still no knight check. Whoa, that's very bold. Right, I'll grab that pawn. Right, so I can take the bishop now. So gain a bishop, lose a knight. Gain a knight, lose a bishop. Yeah, I've got to take the knight. I think it wins a piece. If he takes a bishop, I take his knight. If he takes a knight, I take his bishop. So I think that wins a piece. As long as I'm not blundering some sort of silly checkmate, which I wasn't. Ah, I had bishop check first, didn't I? Wow, he missed it. Right, so just take, then take the bishop. That's got to be game over now. That really has to be game over. Just release the queen, make sure your queen can come up, your rook can come across. Just take that. Let's get the queen up. Try not to blunder it. So he's looking at swinging right across the board. So let's cut the path for the queen going there. That's his only hope now, so what can I do? I'm going to try and open this up. Open his king up. And just hope I don't blunder it away, because it's clearly won. otherwise, so he's looking to go there. So take queen there, there is no check, so queen across first to cover this square. I'm still threatening to take with a check. Okay, so just take with a check. I can take again, he can't take back because of a check on the rook. Okay, that's another piece. There might be a checkmate here though. So queen check. Yeah, I'm going to go after the king, there might be a checkmate here. I don't see the mate offhand, so take the rook. Solidify everything, there's no way you can survive this. So, throw in a check, another one, and a checkmate. Well, that's impressive, that, isn't it? 45, 40, 40. These top players at the top are doing very, very, very well. Let's all just wait for our next game to come up. Right, now this is the king's side. So I think I'll... Actually, do I want to start with e4? I think I do. And then maybe d3 to support. He'll probably play a pawn up. He doesn't, so... Knight up. I just have to move the queen and I can castle, but I'm not sure where I want the queen to go. c4 looks like it's coming out a bit early. Right, so that again puts pressure on the pawn. So that puts pressure on the pawn but allows me to castle. I'm threatening to take with two ways. He could play pawn down to hit the queen, then I can just drop back. Yeah, it's not really a threat, that, it's nuisance move. So he does indeed. So where do I put the queen? Do I go in over, get ambitious? Let's protect my pawn, otherwise I'm getting overextended. Let's protect it. I want to get castled and then worry about the rest of it. Maybe... no, I can't play knight out wide, so we'll both just castle. Okay, now I could go forward and then we have a real lockdown position, so we've both got weak squares now. Now, how do you actually get to them? Knight here, here, here looks good. Yeah. Try and get the knight out wide somewhere or other. Maybe here, here, or I could go this side. Ooh, no, that's ambitious. That is ambitious, so... see if he takes, I'll take back, he can take. Might sack a pawn, open it up, get the rook onto file. This could be great or a disaster. But he might play rook takes knight, okay, he doesn't. So I'll take. Oh, my rook's being hit. So if he takes, I've got to take back. I could take with a pawn, although that'd probably be silly. If he takes, I'll have to take with a bishop, I think. Right, so now hit the bishop. Will he take? Will he drop back? There's no need to pre-move when there's increments, unless you're in a mad time scramble. Rook up protects, pawn down is a disaster. Not a brilliant position, so let's play queen up to protect this with a second piece. Right, to stop the knight coming down, give me my hit escape square. I've got queen up, bishop down, knight up, doesn't do much. Actually, knight up and you can take his knight. Knight up, knight in, knight down. I think I'm going to play the knight back. He'll play knight in, and then maybe bishop up. If he doesn't play knight in, I'm threatening to take it and double his pawns up. But if knight comes in, I'll play bishop up and try and trade off this dangerous bishop. So he has done, so bishop up, and look to trade that dangerous bishop. Otherwise I'm going to try and get forward if I can. Right, now do a take with the queen and knight. It has to be there, doesn't it? So I've got to watch a potential fork coming in here at some point now. Now, does that give me a chance to take there? Take, take, bishop takes, hit the queen, hit the knight. He can protect it though, can't he? Ah, it hits the rook as well. I'm going to go for that. He might be able to play a rook across though now. I might have blundered, but I think I've got knight down. So hit the queen, hit the rook, hit the knight. If he takes, I take, he takes, I take. Oh, I'm just a piece down. He just takes. What have I done? I've just plain lost. That's just a miscalculation. That's shocking. Just a miscalculation. Still well played. Right, so just wait for our next game. Right, I think I'll play e4 again, but it's awkward when the queen's right in the corner. Right, so knight up. Pawn up to release the bishop, and I'll guard this square. Bishop up, so now I can castle queen side. So I've got knight forward there. Now let's put the knight forward, because it's not easy to knock it with a pawn. Okay, so he comes forward, so I've got, no, I've not got bishop up. Bishop up to pin the knight. If he takes, I'll pre-move to take back. If this opens up, I can just castle queen side, I think. If I get a chance, I'll take his knight. So he does grab a pawn. So I think I can take the knight now. If he takes my knight, I'll take his rook. If he takes, I can take back with the pawn. If he takes, I can take back with the queen. Whoa, has he just blundered the rook? Rook takes, knight check. King across to hit the knight. So I hit the knight. It goes back. Right, so now I've got knight check, and then just win this bishop, I think. Now, is there a way to checkmate him? I don't see it, so let's throw the check in. We're going to pick up this. Now, if I take with a rook, he has to go there, and then I get a knight check and win the queen, right? If queen there, just knight check, and it's over. It looks over anyway, doesn't it? It looks over anyway, unless I'm missing something. He might have to play bishop takes knight. Yeah, game over. Excellent win. Excellent win. That's really impressive. 40 odd points from the lead is really impressive. Now this is the king's side, but the king's here. Okay, knight up. Let's play pawn up and try and cover the knight squares. I think I'm just going to play the knight up here and try and move the bishop up. Oh, can't go there, that was nearly a blunder, but I can castle now, it just means the queen's out of bounds. Yeah, let's play pawn forward. If he takes, I'll take. Okay, so I'm going to castle. Again, if he takes, I'll take. Oh, he's gone queen side. This could get interesting. So hit the bishop. Yeah, the take, so he drops back. Right, so now the knight up. So he's tempting me with going forward. I've got knight over to hit the bishop. That looks a better move. If his bishop wanders off, I can trap the queen. And he can't keep the bishop on this diagonal unless he takes the knight. So he won't drop back because his queen falls. Right, so I've got a chance to take the bishop, but I've got knight in to hit the bishop this way. Ooh, I could take the knight, but I suspect he wants that. So if I go forward, tempt him to take, rook across hits the bishop. Yeah, let's hit the bishop again. If he takes, just rook across and then you're putting pressure on the pawn. So he comes forward, so I can take and just fork two pieces, I think. Now I hit two pieces. Okay, so it's a very nice move. So I think queen up. If he takes, I have to take back. I can't take. So that's a forced move. Oh, he's got the bishop. Okay. So let's hit the bishop. If I kick the bishop away, I've maybe got knight here. I was threatening checkmate there, but he's obviously saying that he's clearly a strong player. So can't I just take the bishop there? What am I missing? Gain a bishop, lose a knight, gain knight. I think I can take it. Alright, so the rooks are now connected. So put a rook on the file, threatening the mate if his rook wanders off. Maybe bishop take knight's playable. 6, 1, 3, 5. I'm a pawn down. So rook threatening a discovery by taking the knight, hitting the queen. So we're a pawn down. Okay, so he's tempting me to play rook across. Queen takes, rook takes, and my king is trapped. So I can take the knight. He takes. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong, but I'm going to play it, and let's just put the pawn in a nice formation. Now can I take there? I don't think so. But I'm not sure I can afford not to take there. Pawn up. I think I've got to play pawn up there. Pawn down I have to take. I want to get the queen out if I can. Right, I think I have to take there. But now I'm threatening maybe queen up to pin the rook, and then rook across is playable. If I get queen up, rook across is playable because the take doesn't work. Okay, so hit the rook. Okay, so that wasn't good. So I've got to reroute the queen out. I've got to get the queen out. So this is no good as it is. Let's play rook across. So he's going to be taking here. So I'll try and go in around the back. Doesn't work. A rook up, queen check. He could check and I can drop the rook back. If I take, rook takes, I'm just a pawn down. Take, rook takes, queen down, just a pawn down in an endgame. But quite like my chances here, you know. Quite like my chances here. This pawn is very weak. I can play this pawn forward. Just go straight after this. Now, can I run my pawn? There's no reason not to take that. My rook can get to his pawn easier than he can get to mine, I think. Rook over, pawn down, rook down. Maybe I should have played king up, but then he can go rook there anyway, can't he? So I can't stop him going there. Yeah, what's wrong with rook across there? He doesn't stop me queening now, does he? Oh, blimey. This is one of them where he can come down. We can either both queen, I think that was a mistake what he just did there, because now my king can get to his pawn. Yeah, it was a mistake, he misplayed it. If he advanced there, my king comes over. If he goes up, I just queen. That was the fatal mistake. Excellent win. Excellent win. Right, now this is the king's side. All we have to do is move the bishop and we can castle, so that's going to be an early move, or that, one or the other. Okay, so he releases the pawn to come this way, so let's play, I don't want the knight up there. Let's just go up one, same idea, release the bishop. Yes, now release this one. Maybe bishop here and here is an idea. Just keep it simple. Right, so just bishop up, preparing the castle. Right, I'll get that out of the way. So if I move like queen down, I've got bishop over. Right, so now he's wanting to go all in, so I'm going to try and advance. Let's grab a pawn while we can, hit the knight. Okay, so he's trying to mate me, so pawn up is playable, pawn up is playable. Taking the knight is not playable, so I think I've got to play up. So take with a bishop. So block with the queen. Oh, I've blundered. Takes a queen, takes a queen. You can just take the rook. I didn't see it. I've blundered badly. But if he, wow, so he grabs the bishop. So I have to take the queen. I have to give up that pawn. Mind you, now I can hit his bishop, and that's pinned to his rook. I wonder if he's blundered in return, I'm not sure. He might have returned blundered. Right, I'll definitely take that, hit the rook. He's got to go back somewhere. So get the knight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only a pawn down. So hit the rook, pressure on the pawn. King back into play. So pressure on the pawn. Oh, now I can take a pawn, albeit I'm going to lose a pawn. Ah, he's looking at knight there, that's what he wants. That's annoying. So I've got to play rook forward, I think. Oh, I can take the pawn anyway, so then I'm going to have to go forward again. Yeah, so I'm losing this game comfortably now. Comfortably losing this game. And that is the fatal blunder, isn't it? Yeah, just give him that. No point playing on there, well done. Very easy to go wrong. Wow, so the leaders are up at the 50-point mark now, just coming up to. So we'll just wait for our next game. Right, now this is the king side, but the king is right over here, so almost impossible to castle king side. So this game we're planning castling queen side if we can. Ooh, now that's ambitious. You know what, let's go for it. Let's have a gamble, why not? So I'd like this pawn up to release this light squared bishop. Okay, so that is a threat to the pawn. I've got queen up, but I don't really want to play that. Let's hit the bishop and defend the pawn at the same time. He goes back. Right, I'm going to offer to trade queens. It'll double my pawns up, but it gets rid of a nuisance. Now, how do I castle? Let's try and be cheeky and get ready to try and trap his bishop. The threat is to go pawn forward and trap the bishop there, so... Okay, hit the bishop again. But now he can't go back because he gets trapped. I still have to get my light squared bishop into the game, of course, so that's not so simple how we do that. So take the bishop. Right, so hit the knight, see where he goes. I might even push this pawn forward as well, you know, if he goes like knight over. Let's go forward and try and release this bishop. So he's after that pawn. That's a nice move. I've got rook up. Rook up, pawn down, pawn down. It buys me time for a move. Only one, but at least it's a move. Okay, so bishop up. The bishop protects the knight. The king can come up and protect the knight. It's not ideal, but... Or I could castle, of course. Right, let's go forward there. Now, do I want to castle? Yes, I do. It breaks the pin at the same time and releases the rook. Not easy to play. He's just given me, what, bishop takes, rook across, the knight falls. Let's play knight over, and now I am threatening to win a pawn. Very tough to play, very tough to play. But pawn down I think I can take. So he might just play rook across, he might castle if his king and rook haven't moved. I don't think they have. Can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, he has indeed not castled, so... What can we do? Can we play bishop up? Bishop up looks a move, hit the pawn. Knight in, so he's basically doing exactly the same as what I did. He's also threatening this now. So I've got pawn up. Now I could grab a pawn, but I'll lose the bishop. That's not good. I'm going to take a risk. Take a big risk. See if he takes. He doesn't. Okay, so pawn and pawn. Well, is he trying to trap it? Okay. So I've got bishop up, I've got knight over, I think, there. He hasn't got a knight that can immediately hit the rook, and even if worst case, I can play rook takes bishop. Very tricky though, very tricky. I'm not sure if I can advance either of these pawns. I don't think I want to, but let's pre-move in case he takes there. But can he take this one instead? Maybe. Knight over hits the rook. Right, so now he has got a threat against the rook. So knight over hits the rook. I've got bishop takes pawn now though. Gain a pawn. Lose a bishop. Gain. Knight in. Knight over hits the rook. Where does his rook go? Not sure. I think I'm going to take the pawn. I can always play rook takes bishop, as I said. So it's always an option. Yeah, let's take the knight. Take the bishop. Right, king up allows knight check, which I don't really want. Can't allow him to take the knight though. Let's drop the knight back and hit this pawn, but I'm so short of time now. He's played this very well, very well. Grab the pawn, so I'll grab a pawn. Right, now I could grab another pawn there. I don't know if it's playable or not, but I'm doing it. Now can I grab another one? Now he grabs a pawn, so I'll grab another one. Right, knight in. So I've got bishop down to a natural protective square. The bishop and pawn cover each other. Just gotta hope I'm not getting checkmated. Right, rook out wide, so there's no knight check to win the rook and try and push the pawn. Okay, now it's not as critical, the time in this. Now he can't take there. Oh, he can take. Trade, and there is no fork. Okay, let's push the pawn. Oh, I've given him rook check. Wow, I gave him rook check, he missed it. Yeah, I gave him rook check there, could have won the knight instantly, which obviously he's now seen. Now will he take? He doesn't. Yeah, I can't defend this, can I? I don't think it's possible to defend this. Now let's give him that. Well done. Well played. How am I doing so far? No, it was off too quickly. Now another one where it's going to be awkward. You have to move both of these pawns to get the bishops out, so queenside castling is more realistic. You just have to move this knight. Okay, let's try and keep that closed. That gives me a nice square for pawns now. Having said that, of course, I've gone and blundered, so let him take. That was a bit calamitous. Now, so can I take his knight? Takes, take a pawn, rook up. Take a pawn, opens it up. Let's get the knight up. I don't really want to take and open the file up against my king. Right, now I'm threatening to take. Mind you, I'm still not really threatening to take, am I? No. Got a nice bishop up though. I don't know if pawn forward is good there or not, but I'm going to play it. No idea if it's good or not. That. Now I'm not threatening knight takes, or bishop takes, either pawn takes. I don't like the look of either of them. So he goes back. So now I have got, so bishop takes, knight takes, check, knight back. So now I think I can grab a pawn. So if he takes, I'll pre-move knight takes, check. So now I've got knight forward, knight takes. Have I got queen forward there? Let's play queen forward, although it does hamper the knight's escape square, doesn't it? But I'm threatening knight check now, and if pawn... I'm still not threatening it because the knight protects the rook. No, that's maybe a bad move. That might be a bad move. So knight check, pawn takes. So I've got knight over, knight in. Knight over. I'm going to get the bishop up. Now queen back, give the knight a square to step 2. Knight forward with a tempo on his queen, but he could come forward. So knight back to stop his queen coming this way, now I can go that way. Ooh, and I might have blundered. I may have blundered. So knight over, lose a queen, gain a queen, lose a knight. So I have to go there, don't I? Yeah, I'm definitely losing this game. To gain a rook, lose a queen. I've got to take the rook. He'll take the queen, I would think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've definitely lost this. So is there any point playing on? I doubt it. Let's just play pawn forward just to make a move. Actually, rook across, at least support the pawn. Let's just go forward. Let's run a pawn forward. Oh, I should have gone 1 there, shouldn't I? And threatened to go up this way. Yeah, I've played that badly as well. So let's drop back and try and go this side. Right, so throwing a check. So if I take, I've got rook across. So we're threatening another pawn, so throwing a check. So he's got bishop down, okay, fair enough. clearly I'm just completely lost here, but might as well make him work for it. So can I play pawn up? No, because then he gets a bishop check and picks this one off. I'll throw in a check. Going back again. He's going to run the risk of a three-fold repetition if he's not careful. Okay, so now he's gone after the pawn. So do I just go check again? He moves back. Well, this time I've got to go forward, but I am giving him a bishop check though. So king over, bishop takes, pawn takes. Yeah, that's just finished now. Should be finished now. Gain a pawn, lose a rook, gain a rook. Okay, let's go for it. I mean, this has to be lost, it has to be lost. Yeah, it's lost, just give him that. Sometimes you're better off just getting on with the next game, but 3 losses in a row now, a bit unfortunate. So how am I doing? Yeah, everybody's underrated in this, that's the problem, because there aren't many players. Everybody is underrated. Right, so as long as we move this rook, we can castle kingside. So e3 is a nice square for one of the knights. Maybe pawn up to protect the pawn, maybe pawn further forward. Oh no, I didn't expect that. Let's take and open it up then. Okay, so he's looking at queen down here, which is a problem of course. I think I have to play pawn forward. So now he comes in, it's actually protecting everything. So I've got the same idea, I can play pawn up and hit his pawn there, but it actually looks better than it is, I think. I think it looks better than what it actually is. Alright, so we've done the same threat against this pawn, but we're really just looking to play pawn forward. So he's tempting me to go for it. Okay, let's go for it then. He should play pawn forward. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So he's just saying I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. So hit the knight. He's still got a knight check. Threatening checkmate. So I've got to play knight up to cover this square. Then knight here, I think. Or pawn forward to kick the knight might be better. Ooh, castled. Wow. So can I get away with queen back? I don't think so, but I've got to check and pick up a pawn maybe. Maybe there. If rook across, I pick up this pawn. Very, very wild game, isn't it? Very messy. It's so amazingly easy to go wrong in this Chess960, it really is. But the threat is queen takes pawn with a check, but equally he can play like knight takes pawn check, knight takes, rook takes, but then queen takes rook. Very messy. What I need is to move a rook so I can castle. So I've still actually got queen check there. So what does he do? He can't block with a rook, but now he's allowing knight check. Knight check, king down. Knight check wins an exchange, I think. If king down check hits queen and king, so he'll have to take with a rook. He might have to go there then. But then I've got knight check there, winning the queen. Not easy. But is there anything more? I can't see anything more. So I think I've got to just go for the exchange and hope I'm not mating myself somehow. Now pawn up releases the bishop, but again, does it do anything? I doubt it. So let's play the queen right back out of harm's way. Oh, I can't take there, I've moved my knight. So I have to go forward, so I might be getting checkmated somehow. Has he got anything more dangerous here? Has he got anything? Possibly. What do I do? Do I play a knight up? It looks logical. Queen over, threatening a checkmate. Wow. That would be spectacular if he gets that. I don't even have queen there. I do have queen there to cover. Queen down. Then he's got knight up. This just looks hopeless. I mean, knight up, queen check, king down, knight as a discovery. Pawn up, queen check, king across. Does that work? Pawn up, queen check, king across. I can't believe this works, but I'm going to play it. So queen check, king across, and I think the knight check is covered. I'll need a miracle to survive this though, an absolute miracle. I mean, can he just play knight? What's he done? Oh, has he played e4 already? He's already played it, okay. So I've got to play knight up with an idea of rook across. Wow, so that hits my queen. So I've got to go forward, I think. I've got to be lost here, I've got to be. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. He's still got queen check, king across. But then there's no knight check because the queen's there. But surely I must be lost. Yeah. So I think I have to take. So knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes with check, king over. Okay, so the check doesn't work because there's no knight check here. Ooh, have I got rook over there? Rook over, knight takes, queen across again doesn't work. I think I've got to drop the queen back, but at least I'm covering this square. So if anything takes here, the bishop can take. Can it? Hold on, can't I pin his queen now? His queen's now pinned, so he might have to play rook down. If he does rook takes, something takes, bishop takes. Take, take. But now king over queen check and I'm still lost, aren't I? Well, I have to play king over, it's a forced move. This is just nuts, isn't it? Absolutely nuts. Queen take, king up is forced. Okay, what am I missing? Queen takes pawn. Knight check. He's got knight check here, but I can take. Okay, so he's allowed me to get a check in now. Hold on, can I take the knight? Nope. If I take the knight there, he had bishop check. Very interesting game, very interesting. These leaders are doing really, really well. They really are. A lot of points. Doing remarkably well. Right, so the king side is this side and the king is all the way over here. So everything has to move to castle that side. I think I'm okay to bring knight out. So pawn up. The bishop can come to block any checks. Let's play pawn up. I'll pre-move takes. Okay, he doesn't. So bishop up just to guard any shenanigans with a bishop check. Another bishop up. The knight could naturally swing around this way, so let's do that. Is there any merit in the knight going forward? I'm not sure there is. Not sure there is. There's certainly merit in this knight coming up, no point being stuck in the corner. But can I get wild with pawn forward? No, I don't like the look of that. Play the knight up. Now I just need to get the queen across and I can castle either side. And I think that's what my opponent's doing as well. So queen over, maybe queen up. Then I guess we're both going to castle king side. That would be my guess. Okay, maybe not. So go forward. So I'm certainly telegraphing that I'm going this side. Wow, so he comes forward. So I can break the rook connection or go back. I don't see any other tactics, so drop back. Bishop up, pin the knight is a little bit of a nuisance move. Pawn up could be good, allowing a nice square for the bishop in the event that he castles into a pin. See, that would have been a great move, a move before. So let's play it anyway, fix that, just a simple basic threat. So he'd probably play a rook across, which he does. I could still play a bishop up, hit the queen. So queen forward, knight up, queen back. I'm going to play that anyway. Just try and gain a bit of space, a bit of thinking time. I'd like to play something like this. Try and open things up a bit, but I don't really want to take the pawn and give him a lot of space. He'll probably play a queen across. That would be my guesstimate, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so how do we open anything up? Pawn up, takes, and this is suddenly backward. Knight up, he just kicks the knight and it has to come back. Let's put the queen on a more forward square. I don't think you would have expected that move, so it gives him something to think about. Maybe bring the bishop back and try and come up here. Maybe pawn forward is playable. So pawn forward. If he takes, I can take here. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk everything here. If he takes there, I'm going to take here. So hit the knight. If the knight moves, I think I've got bishop over, but that might push his queen to a better place anyway. Okay, so king has to go across. Has he got knight forward? No. Okay, I didn't expect that. So bishop down must be strong now, surely. What does he play against bishop down with 3 pieces pressuring the knight? Where does he put his queen? He can't go there or there. He could go there, but I can just take anywhere. But potentially I'm looking at getting knight in here to hit this. So if queen down, knight in hits the queen, threatening rook takes knight. But it's still not a mate threat though, is it? Not a mate threat. But a lot of possibilities, or a lot of possibilities. Right, so he's going to give up. Takes, takes. Now is there any way in? I think I have to take. And I'm going to hit the queen and try and go forward again if he goes back. Okay, so I've got knight forward. I'm going to stick to plan. I want to get knight forward at some point, but right now I think he can just kick the knight back. But do I then have knight takes, king takes? I don't think it quite works, but now I've definitely got knight forward threat. Check. Takes, takes, check. King back. Rook takes. If something takes, check. Okay, so he sees he has to block and he does it. So now I think I've got knight over. Threats at the same time. If he comes forward I can take. So now knight up, knight up. Maybe I could do it doubling the rooks up. Now does it work? Knight take, king takes. I don't think it quite works, so I'm going to drop back. Right, I'm going to double up. If he takes, I'll take with the knight. Right, now there's maximum pressure coming here. Now, which knight forward? Let's go with this one, hit the rook. So if I gain a pawn, lose a knight. Gain a pawn, lose a knight. Gain a knight, lose a rook. Gain a bishop, but with a king open, tempo on the queen. Knight over doesn't work. I'm going to go for it. I don't know if it works or not, but I'm going to go for it. Gain a knight, rook takes, I'll just take anywhere. Okay. So I have to go there. That might just get him out of this mess. I think he can play a bishop takes. Alright, going for the queen. Okay, I think I'm winning now. I think he should have taken with a bishop there. I think it was cleanly winning for him. If he takes the knight, I take the knight. Yeah, I'm just cleanly winning now. Just simplify. All I've got to do is protect this pawn. So try and get my knight here. Ooh. Yeah, hit his pawn. So now hit this pawn and protect this one. That's definitely winning. Yeah, this is definitely winning now. Is that knight trapped now? I think that's game over. Wow, what a tough game. Very tough game. That is an excellent win. Right, let's take a break. Right, that might do me for this tournament now. I've played 3 hours out of 6, which is far more than what I intended. So I'm in 19th place, but no prospects of getting anything really any higher, have I? I haven't played any elite players, so I think that'll do me for the night. Been very good though.